Hello, beautiful kindred souls, and welcome to my crafting corner. It is Key. We are back working on our Forest Falls project. Forest Falls mini kit freebie. When you sign up for my email list, you get the mini kit for free, and this entire series is dedicated to using those freebies. So we're continuing on, and we're making clusters now in this video. So this is my bin of stuff, and for this particular project I have nibbly bits from previous projects, which we're going to use to tie into what I call the neutral things. So I'm gonna sit our bin off to the side, that's what we're gonna be pulling from. This is our project. Look at it. Oh my gosh. It is getting so thick. You know what I mean? Thick. And we're not even done. Like there's still a bit to do yet. So I'm also gonna stick that off to the side because you might need to reference it for some reason. So this is basically what we're making for this project. These little clusters I make. I typically like to do like neutrals. So this and the back are all neutrals. And then I'll add something from the project I'm working on to sort of tie it into the color theme and patterns, textures, the graphics and stuff like that to the project I'm working on. So we're gonna make a sheet of these little clusters. Now, since we know what project we're making them for, we're going to, we're just gonna go ahead and use in addition to the neutrals, we're gonna go ahead and use the graphics from this project and just tie it right on in there. Okay, so I like to use double-sided tape, which I'm trying to remember where I put it. I know where it should be. Okay. Just some double-sided tape. I thought I had a wider. I won't punish you with me searching for this. All right, we'll just use this. This is fine. This is just kind of a base. The double-sided tape. I also use glue. And it also helps me to space them out. So we're going to do some vertical, some horizontal, some bigger, some smaller, just to get a variety of clusters to work with when we move into our journal. Now, you can certainly make as many as you would like. Personally think that you probably always need more. And you can always use them on the next project too, especially if you know you're going to use similar color palettes, similar visual textures. Like maybe it won't be the same exact kit, but the colors and stuff and the themes and stuff will be similar enough where should I start making smaller ones? We'll make a couple more horizontal, longer ones. We'll do another row of those. And it could also be like, maybe we do the big ones on this side and do smaller ones. I tend to use the longer ones more, so know thyself. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some smaller ones here. We'll do a couple of verticals, little vertical ones. We'll do 2 smaller horizontal ones, and then that'll be this sheet. Now, it looks like there's a whole bunch of space between. Yeah, because you're gonna be adding, you know, stuff to them. So you don't want to space them too close together. All right, now I'm gonna try to get these down pretty good. Now this is waxing paper, wax paper. This is wax paper, so it is meant to be non-sticky, or it's meant for things to not stick to it. So it's like these will stick to it, but like it's meant to be easier to pull them up. So that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the tape, remove the top part of the tape. I'm just gonna do it for all of them. And this might cause me issue later, but it'll allow me to kind of work more efficiently. This is gonna be kind of annoying, but see, it's like it doesn't want to stay down to the wax paper. I think that got it. Yeah. Nope, bought that whole thing up. If this takes too long, I'll just move on and can finish some of it off camera, just so you can kind of see how I do it. Just pulling that whole thing up. See, this is the irritating thing about double-sided tape, is it acts out. Okay, maybe we'll just do those. We'll count our blessings and just let's do those. I might lift some up a little bit later too. Okay, let's just get started. So my method, my strategy is to do some sort of a base. So it could be something like these little neutrals, could be just like coffee dyed paper, but it's some sort of little base. And I like to vary it so that you get some diversity. So I'm just gonna go ahead, start laying some things down. We'll use music paper. We'll use writing, text, I would prefer this for horizontal, so I'm gonna get some vertical pieces. I'm not ripping that the best. It's okay though. Let's see, what else do we want? You can obviously make your, you can have your text sideways, that's okay. I don't mind text sideways. Okay. So So yeah, you're establishing a little bit of a base. Got some this here. Excuse me, had a little hiccup there. Pop out. Okay. Okay. Cool. There. And then I do something color, texture specific, potentially. Put something down. You can also put some fibers down. At this stage too, if you want to kind of sandwich your next layer between some fibers. So these are just fibers from my cheesecloth. Okay. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. And then I'm gonna add, well, let's see, some more fibers. For this one needs some fibers. So we're just gonna add some fibers to this one. And what else? I'm just gonna add some of this. Okay. And then what I would call the last piece is an accent. So I'm gonna grab and this could be like whatever you have, whatever you want to use, you know. I'm just gonna punch some things out of our painted paper adventures. I think these will look nice. Homemade. There we go. And okay, you can obviously keep going, and you can add additional things to your little butterflies if you want to as well. You don't have to. So you can put a little green here. Maybe you punch some butterflies out of other papers. So you can have something that's contrasting. As you can see, it gets a little wild here, doing these scraps and clusters. You can, of course, do inking. This is a very finicky exercise, so enjoy. This is kind of the strategy that I use, and you can sort of get a whole sheet done relatively quickly. And then you just add a little butterfly. You can add some additional fibers on. Just gonna put a little glue here and a little dot of glue there. I said a little dot, not quite little, it's okay. We've got some fibers. Where did that one go? There it is. I'm like, I know I inked one. Literally just did that. There you go. I call that done. And when you peel it up, you can ink around it and stuff like that if you want to. You can always add another layer to it, additional stuff if you want to. That's fine. You can keep going. You can keep adding. But that's sort of my strategy. A strip of something neutral, a strip of something else, which could be lace or it could be really anything. I don't want lace in this particular project, but it could be whatever you want it to be. And then you put an accent piece on it. And try to focus on like stacking contrasting things so that things don't kind of fade. They don't fade into the backdrop of the project. So I'm just gonna kind of work and see what we can pull together. Let me see what else I have in here. Oh yeah, I got some of this stamped trace paper, which works really nice to give some layering as far as like, oh, let's see if we can do that one on the outside. Okay. Okay. And then let's just go ahead and put some fibers down. Now you see why I kind of work on the entire sheet at once, because you can like put all the plain stuff down at once and then put all of the other bits, the other accents and stuff like that down at once. And then, so you can kind of do it in like a mass making strategy to okay. I think I want a little bit of text to go behind that butterfly there. Just a little bit. I'm just gonna add a little bit of ink to this dude. And then put a little dot and dot. And they can be just as simple as that, or just as complicated as you want them to be. It's your world, and we're just living in it. All right. Let's see, what else? I think we're gonna do something down here. I'm gonna put some fibers there. Sticking to myself, awesome. We're gonna have to quickly figure out what our butterfly is gonna be. Lovely. Ooh, that's just the punch it needed. Very nice. Okay, we're just gonna keep on going. This is why you save all of your bits, because then you can use them. This little punch is like, listen. It is not. Oh. Okay. It's, Well, that is broken or something. So we'll just deal with that whenever. This is not functioning. Okay. Just trying to see what we're working with here. Okay. I think I'm gonna use our maroon circle. This one, put it down here. Down to the end of our glue there, so it's acting like it has no home training. I think we're just gonna use one of our little text dudes. Put down a little bit, some fibers, just find some laying around. And we're just gonna kind of smash them behind the butterfly. There, that's cute. I like that. All right, and we got this guy to do. Just trying to decide what I want to do. Don't know. I think we definitely want a little pop of color. So I think we're going to use our maroon guy. Man, I can't do a circle punch because it's acting out. All right. It needs something. It needs something, and I don't know exactly what that is. So we're just gonna like, oops. Start doing things and see. Okay. Glue's acting out. Everything's acting out. It's just acting out. Let me add some more fibers. And we stick our butterfly down too. Maybe. It is what it is. All right, so I'm just gonna like do that and make a whole bunch of these up. I don't need to record it. You already get it. You see how simple it is. You can just use your scrap bits to make up these little clusters, and in a future video we'll use them to place them around the journal and add a little bit of texture and layering, and the fibers and stuff will add, kind of soften up. Some of our pages are really, you know, because it's like majority paper at this point, it's very, what I call hard, like visually hard, because it's just paper. So we're gonna add our little clusters and other things like that in there to make it, soften it up a little bit, to give it a little bit more life, give it a little bit more texture and some layers and stuff like that. So thank you so much for joining me. If you don't already have the mini kit, which are the papers that we're using as the base for this journal, you can get that by signing up as an email subscriber. Once you sign up for as an email subscriber, you'll get immediate access to the Forest Falls mini kit, and you can then join along with us here and pull it together. This really beautiful project. As an email subscriber, you will get free digital sent to your inbox every single week, as well as exclusive discounts to the Etsy shop, including physical items as well. So if you had your eye on a journal or something like that, then being an email subscriber, you'll get a discount on it. So yeah, subscribe to me here on YouTube if you're not already connected. Click a like, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will see you in an upcoming video. Bye.